Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I've got a few updates to share with you guys. I'm just sitting on my lawnmower right now. It's not working. So the gist of it is I'm probably not going to be able to do high rep burpees for a couple of months. It's going to take some time for my shoulder to heal properly, while I'm doing a lot of my mobility work and stretching, stuff like that. And I'm not going to push it either. So I've been trying really hard to think of other ways in which I can get a similar output to the burpee. And I know that's a bit of a challenge, so I've been trying a lot of different stuff, obviously keeping with the body weight routines as well. And I'll be honest with you, I think I found a gold mine, because the tuck jump, right? You've seen me in the last few videos where I'm kind of getting back into it very slowly. You've seen me do the tuck jump. I've done a routine with the plank burpee into the tuck jump. I've done some different variations of it, but overall, it's a very similar exercise to the burpee in that it works your cardio system big time. It's a brutal exercise. It's a very, very difficult exercise, and it takes a lot out of you. It works a lot of the body at one time, so obviously it's not going to work your upper body as much. But it works your core like crazy, because the act of bringing your knees up to your chest and then bringing them back down again to prepare yourself for the landing puts a huge strain on the core. So it works it pretty much works everything, and then obviously it's working your legs as well. Now it works pretty much every muscle in your leg as well. You're also getting the added benefit of balance, so and coordination. So as you're trying to land the tuck jump, you obviously have to make sure that you're landing that properly, which takes quite a large amount of balance and coordination. I mean, I've got a lot of work to do, and obviously you've got the plyometric side of things as well. This is a true plyometric exercise. It uses explosive power and force to get you off the ground, and then you have that calm landing, that purposeful kind of slow landing that you want to try and control. And the variations are limitless. It's a very similar exercise to the burpee. You can perform this in so many different ways, and I'm going to be looking into those different ways over the next few months while my shoulder gets back to it. Because my ultimate goal is to get back to the high rep burpees, all that stuff. But in the meantime, we're looking at ways in which we can get a similar output to what we would get from the burpees. And this is also going to help work my legs too, because it's always been a bit of a weakness of mine. So this is going to be a massive thing for me, a new challenge, a new ceiling for me to smash through. And I also want to show that for folks who are out there who are injured and hurt, I want you to know that there are other exercises out there where you can get a similar feeling like the burpee. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. If you compare one tuck jump to one regular burpee, the tuck jump's a more difficult exercise. I mean, you just have to go out there and do 10 in a row without stopping, and I guarantee you'll be gassed. So the challenge is really exciting for me. It's been really hard not being able to do the kind of training that I'm used to doing, but I've tried to keep as disciplined as possible. I've been disciplined with my diet. I've been disciplined to kind of the point of staying active, so I'm not kind of getting lazy, because it's so easy to fall into a funk when you can't train in the way that you want to train. And I've worked really hard to try and to avoid that, and I have avoided that, and I'm very proud of myself for that, because it's been hard. But the tuck jump for me is going to breathe a new form of life into my training, and I'm really excited for what I can do with it. So the first routine I'm probably going to try and do is how long does it take me to do 100 tuck jumps? That's a baseline for so many people in the burpee world, so we're going to apply that same concept here. But as always, as I'm going to be progressing through the tuck jump, it's going to be really painful, because it's an exercise I'm not quite used to doing, although I have done it recently. And we're going to go through a lot of those difficult moments you have when you first start doing an exercise. I'll never forget the first 2 months of me doing burpees and the excruciating pain I was in all the time. My muscles hurt, everything hurt. So we're going to be able to kind of get back into feeling that way, and I'm really excited about it. For me, there's just so many similarities between the tuck jump and the burpee. You've got the cardio aspect, you've got the body weight aspect, the fact that you can do this exercise anywhere. It's a fairly low impact exercise as well. You've got the explosive force moving you upwards. You bring your knees up to your chest, and then you control the landing, and that's it. So it's you're not turning directions, you're not changing, you're not putting your body in any awkward positions. A lot of it's a natural position. So the low impact side of things is really pretty cool as well, because that's a thing that drew me to the burpee. And the variations are limitless with this. I mean, one of my favorite variations so far is going into the slow deep squat and then using your force to push you up through that. So it's just endless. It's just so similar to the burpee, but it's a lower body focus. So that's the update. The goal is not to take out burpees from my routine. So as my shoulder gets better, I'm going to continue doing the plank burpee because I'm finding that incredibly effective. You obviously don't get the pushing movements, but you get the benefits of the plank, especially when you're doing quite a few reps of them. So we'll be including that within some of the tuck jump variations. And then we will start bringing into play more 6-count burpees, Navy SEALs, stuff like this. Just not in high rep numbers. I'm taking my recovery from my shoulder very seriously. And the last thing that I want to happen is for something to, for me to come out and go crazy and do 200 Navy SEALs or 500 6-counts or whatever, and then to blow my shoulder out again. That would be disastrous. And I would be nervous about avoiding some of those slumps that I've talked about. But the main thing is, one thing I really want to get across is for folks who are out there injured and they're feeling down and a bit depressed that you can't do your normal routine, search for another exercise. In the meantime, continue to work parts of your body that you don't typically work, or that you feel like you need a little bit of help. I've been working on my pistol squats. They've improved quite a bit. I've been able to do some chin-ups, so I've been able to kind of get some of that movement. And I'm finding these explosive leg movements to be incredibly effective, and I've landed on the tuck jump is what I want to focus on. So keep your head up. It's the body weight variations are limitless. The only thing that will let you down is your imagination and what you want to put your mind to. Put the same effort you put into the burpee routines as you put into thinking outside the box and trying to find something different. I've spent weeks talking with people. Big shout out to Eric McCarty, because he's really lent me his ear, and I've been able to bounce off ideas off him, and his incredibly valuable knowledge, his experience has really come through. But there's just so much out there. There's so much. I really don't know how else to say it. Your only limit is your mind. So over the next few months, we're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be coming up with new routines, stuff that people aren't really doing much, because I'm telling you right now, there ain't many people doing high rep tuck jumps. So we're going to be setting YouTube on fire. This is going to be similar to the cold weather training. Nobody does that. Nobody in their right mind does that. Who's out there doing hundreds of burpees and hundreds of body weight reps in the freezing cold weather? Nobody. That was me. So we're going to be doing the same thing with the tuck jumps. We're going to be opening up a world that people weren't aware of. High rep tuck jumps, and we're going to smash it. And I'm really excited about this. This is kind of breathing in some new life into how I train. So I hope this can help motivate folks to maybe try it too. I'm going to be calling on folks to try some of this stuff, because I truly believe in the benefits of doing these kind of exercises. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. We're going to be getting back hot and heavy with the YouTube stuff, and having some fun, because that's the most important thing, guys. Thank you.